Daddy.
Hello everyone, this is Emmett with Gaming Daddy, and I'm here with another video from Tom Clancy's The Division / The Division 2. Anyways, here we are again, sitting with this whole topic of The Division 2. The hype is all gone. I said all gone, but you know, a lot of the hype has calmed down. I'll put it that way, in a nice, mild way. And pretty much what it is I'm just here putting out predictions of what I think we're gonna see in the next Division game. Now, the game is pretty much almost, I don't know, let me say in its finishing phase, because there were rumors that the leak was gonna be that it's released this year or it's released next year. I don't know what phase of development the game is in, and honestly I would like for them to just do their thing, because if you look at patch 1.8 and patch 1.8.1, the end of patch 1.7, I think Massive has proven themselves to be a very competent game development company. Now yes, they had their rough patches when they first released the game, but that's not pretty much the story so far. A lot of people were really quick to judge them, but didn't let them finish writing their story. Even if it took a while, they still came out to prove that, hey, we can do this and we're sticking with our game. So, to my second prediction, if you haven't seen my first video, I made one about the after hype, post-hype discussion, and that one was pretty much based on the implementation of classes, what I predict we're gonna see our characters look like or gear towards in the game when it's released. And if that prediction is wrong, no problem, I just predicted it and I just wanted to talk about it. So we're here, and I'm thinking this is gonna be a compressed one. I'm not gonna do one prediction here, but I did promise I was gonna predict the city in which the Division 2 is gonna take place. Now, my prediction is, drum roll, Washington, D.C. Whoa! A lot of you are probably thinking, where did that come from? Well, let me give you a little background on why I'm predicting that. Now, I told you guys, like I said in my first video, I'm not blindly predicting. I'm trying to follow a pattern that Massive has set from the Division 1 and into the Division 2. So, if you listen to this clip, listen to it. Let me give you a few seconds to listen to this clip.
We're getting intel that the LMB is splitting into factions now that Bliss is gone. No one's quite sure what these guys are after now. A JTF unit went to investigate reports of something big in the East River water treatment plant, and we've lost contact. Get a team together. I've got a bad feeling about this one. Someone called the National Continuity Coordinator contacted me. They want to bomb the plant and be done with it, but bombing a water plant when the city is this close to getting back to normal, that's a big setback. Get there as soon as you can, and we'll hope there's someone left to save. In the meantime, I'm gonna figure out what the hell happened to the President of the United States. Things outside might be worse than we thought.
Did you just hear what your special agent Fei Lao just said? Fei Lao just said she's trying to find out what's happened to POTUS. Now, if that's somehow not a plot line for the Division as a whole, then I don't know what is. Now, yes, everyone is looking for Aaron Keener. There are all these double entendres and all these little mysteries here and there about who Keener is and all of that stuff. But this is a very critical and I think a pivotal part of the game in its development. So when Falcon Lost was released, it was released as the first endgame raid, first endgame incursion, so you had to gear up all the way through level 30 and then get the gear sets to be able to reach a specific gear score to be able to run the mission. Now, unless Massive just put that in there and then they're gonna throw it away, then we can say then that's not the case. But again, remember, Massive sent out a whole bunch of surveys a while ago, and one of the questions on this survey, and I remember making a video over this pretty much a year ago, was what city would you like to see a Division game, or blah blah blah. They asked some questions along the lines of that. I don't have a script with me right now, but I'll put the footage up here for you guys to see. Like I said, I'm not making this stuff up. I've just been following the trend, and I'm just putting my prediction out there. Now, if it happens to be New York, no problem. There's still areas of New York that could still be opened in the next game that we can still explore, that we can still do stuff in, all of that stuff. So it's not set in stone. I'm not the one making the game. I'm just throwing out there that we're probably going to see a new city in this game. And another thing, for the sake of aesthetics, for the sake of Massive, you know, putting themselves out there as not just a competent game developer, but a game developer with the ability to put solid level design in perspective. I mean, look at the detail and effort they put into developing New York City in the Division 1 game. All they have to do right now is take DC and implement that very well. You know, it's a metro area. It's got some aesthetics to it as well as a city, as a US city. So I think that's one thing that they can do. Now this is supposed to be my second prediction video, so I'm going to also add or attach a few predictions to this. Now for the, you know, if you look at the thumbnail of this video, I said you know, even recruits and veterans, you know, alike, so everyone's welcome to listen to this. Now a lot of people are putting stuff out there like, oh, we want the enemies to be less bullet spongy. Sorry, that's really not gonna happen. Now, yes, maybe they may increase or decrease time to kill or something like that, but I don't think what people who think or who perceive this to be bullet spongy or something, I don't think they understand the way this game actually works. I think a lot of them gave up quickly, or a lot of them have played the game a lot and they're just not used to the style of, you know, shooting. And I think another thing that kind of throws a lot of people off is the fact that the NPCs are human-like. You know, yes, they're generic, they have the same faces, the same, you know, categories or classes, but they're human-like. They talk, they're, you know, and all that stuff. And I think it throws people off that they have to empty a clip into an NPC before they can take the NPC down. Now, in Massive's to Massive's fault, I think they didn't do a good way. They didn't set up the story very well to tell us why in the world we have to shoot these NPCs multiple times. You know, in game, you know, this is a game, it's a video game, okay, calm down. So that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people are going to be really, you know, confused about. But those NPCs that you're saying are bullet sponges, well, the way this game is designed, the players are going to be designed to be actually very strong. So either way, Massive is going to design the game where players can actually take down the enemy, so the time to kill has always been dependent on you, the player. Now, right now, if you're running a specific gear set, or if you're running a specific skill, a specific you know, set of talents and all of that, the time to kill is actually reduced. I mean, a sticky bomb will nuke one NPC in one hit. And if you're running a tactician gear and, you know, you hit one with a sticky bomb and then, you know, you throw your seeker mines out, you're going to take out a lot of NPCs faster than a player that's actually using an assault rifle, even though they're wearing striker. So the talk about bullet sponges, I think, is from a misconception of how the game works. So yes, you're going to see bullet spongy enemies. That's my prediction anyways. It might not be the case, but I think as an RPG game, you're gonna have to take your time and use more than just a few bullets to take down every single NPC type. And yes, there are NPCs that are just regular NPCs. If you look at the Division 1, the red bars, you know, if you go up to Elite, the purple, you go up to Veteran, yellow, and then you have bosses who are pretty much just tanks, and it takes a lot to take them down. So I think a lot of people, that should have been obvious, but a lot of people didn't see it that way. So my prediction is DC, and that's based on pretty much what Failao said in the introduction of Falcon Lost. Now there are other, you know, audio tapes and audio files that are, you know, all littered all over the map that you can use to piece together, you know, where the story progression might be going. But based on that, that's where I'm just hanging my prediction on. And if it's wrong, then it's wrong. And pretty much I followed, you know, what Massive had put out there. It's not something that I came up with by myself. So go ahead and keep this conversation going, guys. This is my second video. I wanted to release all three of them at the same time, just because I probably won't have time to, you know, come back and start doing each video later on. I'm probably gonna have a very busy next few days. And so just leave the comments. I'm gonna be able to answer them. I answer them from my phone when I have a break or something. And I appreciate you guys. I thank you so much for, you know, keeping your subscriptions. Thank you so much for, you know, staying and sticking with this channel. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.